Hey guys, it's Zeke the strategist, and in this video I'll be showing you guys a lead qualification system I built. So I built it using anything, of course, and then for the form, we created a form using Tally. So for every time a new lead fills up the form on Tally, it sends a webhook to our operation, that our lead qualifier system, and the lead qualifier system does what, of course, what is its built to do, which is to qualify lead. But for the purpose of this example, the qualification will be um, leads that have a budget of 10,000 and above. That's basically it. To show you guys how it works. So let's say we have, let's say we have a new customer. I've used this name multiple times. So let's do something else. Let's use, all right, so I'll just show you guys a sample of how it works. All right, we have this. Okay, so let's execute our Bennett enter and listen to that. We have Chris Adams. Alright, so I'm just using this so that as a sample so you can have an idea of the system. We send our workflow across. The workflow did its job. So now I know for some of you guys checking, for some of you guys that are into the technical part of it, you might be wondering what this JavaScript function here is for, like the JavaScript code I had used for. So most times when Tally is sending information, that's the form information, it might be different. The way it is sent might be different from the way you have it on your Google Sheets, like the way you arrange it on your Google Sheet, like the way we have name, email, phone, company, budget. You can get the idea. So what I did here was I wrote a JavaScript code. I can show you guys the code. I wrote a JavaScript code that maps through the information that is coming and turns it the way I want it. You know what I mean? So that's just basically what it's doing. I'm trying not to say it in a very technical way. So we have that. So we have from our webhook simply because we're using an external form. So we have to use the first trigger has to be a webhook. So the webhook picks up the information, runs it into our Google Sheet and appends it. So when we go to Google Sheet, we should see our Chris lead that just came in. So that's the Chris lead that just came in. We have that. And then what happens is the moment it's done appending our new lead to the Google Sheet, what happens is for the purpose of this example, they have two channels, in which is the lead channel and the marketing channel. The lead channel records, the idea was to display every new lead that comes into the company. And as for the marketing channel was only to get only qualified leads. And remember what was the benchmark for the qualification? 10,000. Do you get what I mean? That's the budget of 10,000. So if we look at this, we go to our lead channel, we should log, of course, log the new user we just got, like the new lead that just got in. And then once it's done sending the lead to the lead channel, it now checks, okay, this new lead that we've gotten, does it qualify? Is the person a qualified lead? Now remember, most times most companies don't want to lose the lead. The lead might not be qualified immediately, but you know, most businesses might grow in the span of let's say 1 year, 2 years, or even in a few months, and they become qualified. So the idea is to keep them. But at that very moment, they want to know who is qualified, and that's where the check comes in. So this checks if our user is qualified. That's if the person makes 10,000 and above, any amount above 10,000, that's for the budget. And if that happens, it sends it to our marketing channel. So if we go to our marketing channel, we should see qualified lead detected simply because the budget was at the um, check we did. Remember, it was 10,000 and we put 10,000. So I'll give you an example with a lower price. Remember, our mark was our condition was 10,000. I'm trying to like come up with something, but you get the idea. So if we, all right, let's execute this. Come back, everything should be arranged. If we send that, we let it do its thing. We should notice that it wouldn't send this particular lead to our marketing channel simply because that lead doesn't match the requirements. Like you've seen now, we sent it down simply because the lead doesn't match the requirements. So if we go to our leads, we should see the new lead that has joined. You get that's the new lead. And if we go to our marketing channel, we don't see it simply because the person wasn't qualified enough. We can always add more features to this. We can always tell it, okay, if the lead is not qualified, do this, do that. If the lead is qualified, we can make it send a Gmail to the person, can say, send a message. There are a lot of ways you can integrate more features to this, but this is this gives you an idea of how this qualification system works and how it could work for your business. If you think this would work for you or this could work for you, just comment in the comment section and I'll send you this workflow for free. And also, if you think this is something I could do for you, also message me too, and we'll also talk about it. But anyway, this gives you an idea of the system I just built. Of course, I'll add more things to it, but the moment I was done with this initial step, I just said, "Alright, let me just make a video about it so that whoever out there that thinks such systems can work for them, they can also implement it too. They can also implement it too into their own business." But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.